Yeah. What's up? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, look at this.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we got a stranger here today, folks. So, listen, folks. Today, you know why I brought you here today, man?
I have a strange inkling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know.
Yeah. So today, folks, we're going to talk about the new Death Note movie on Netflix. So, yeah, we're gonna. I know. Just hold your thoughts. Hold your. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But let me just check the stream to make sure we're doing okay. So give me 1 second. So you entertain them. So yeah, folks. Today I got our guests from Bombarrow. We got
Hello.
the bomb ravioli.
Yeah, I'm still a ravioli.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Hold over from our last little chat, National Ravioli Day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I love that character so much. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's okay.
I love the character.
I've been a brain. I've been a ravioli.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time I'll actually be a bomb arrow. But
yeah, we're working on it. So if you're in the chat, hey, we got some people already in the chat. Cool.
Yeah.
Let us know if the audio is good before we get into the discussion of this highly controversial.
Yes. And I feel like I should mention that spoilers, obviously. If you're considering watching Death Note, there will be spoilers. Maybe you won't want to watch Death Note after we finish talking about this.
Yeah.
But yes, spoilers.
Spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. Oh man, I'm so happy to get you back here. It's been a while, man. It's been a minute.
No, it has. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me just check this audio real fast. Let's see how we're doing. Before we get into it.
Cool. Test 1 2 1 2.
Oh man, I'm so happy to get you here. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So wait, let me get the chat realm. The chat is almost ready we can almost see the chat. We can't see the chat yet. A couple more comments and then we can get to the chat realm. And I don't know why I keep calling the chat realm. It's just the chat. We need a name for the chat. We really do.
You need a name for your fans.
Oh, we do. They're
like
brownies.
all the okay.
They're brownies. They named themselves. So
okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Almost there. Let's just get this and we're good to go. I should have done this before. I apologize.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about Death Note then.
I'm gonna put the camera on you then.
Okay, so Death Note. For all those who don't know, Death Note was originally a Japanese manga, written by two people, I think. Well, I think it was written by one and drawn by another. But it was a collaboration between these two people, very successful. Got turned into an anime, which was also successful. And then it also got turned into a film, a Japanese live-action film. So the Netflix one isn't the first film. So I think in 2006 there was the Death Note film, and there were actually two parts. So there was Death Note 2 as well, which was a continuation of the same story. And then there was actually a third one, which was kind of a spin-off. And then even more recently, in 2015, there was another Death Note adaptation, but this was actually on Japanese TV.
Yes.
And that was different. I think that was a different version of the same story. So it still stars. It stars different people, but the same characters.
Right.
And then in, I think, 2017, there was yet another Japanese film, which was a continuation of the original Japanese film.
Right.
So I think all the Japanese films are part of the same universe, but the Japanese TV drama is like a different variation of it. And then we have the Netflix version.
Then we have this.
It's complete different.
Look, all right, I'm gonna bury the lead. So, look, what'd you think, man? What'd you think? Because I should say before you say that, I have a confession to make. I have a very, very bad, kind of shameful, actually. I've never seen Death Note. This is gonna be a big shock of it.
Never read it. Never watched the anime. Never watched the TV.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh well, okay. I actually I tried watching the first two episodes, and for some reason I was like, either I just didn't get into it right away. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't have a good excuse why. But I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, that's my dark secret. I
have a half dark, a gray secret. I don't know.
A gray secret.
So I tried watching the anime first, and I think I made it about 3 episodes in before I stopped because it was just so depressing. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to watch this right now. It's really good, but it's just so soul-crushingly depressing and dark.
Right.
And I watched. So I think the first proper proper thing that I did with Death Note was watch the Japanese films, the first 2 films.
Okay.
I knew of the story. I mean, I had friends who read it and watched the anime, so I kind of knew what happened. But yeah, the Japanese film, the first 2 films, that's the first thing that I did, that I watched. And the story is actually different from the manga and anime. The ending is different.
That's what I hear. That's what I've been hearing.
Yes. But that was the first thing that I did.
Okay.
I've never finished the anime, but recently, in the past few months, I actually started reading Death Note, the manga, properly, and I'm about halfway through.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
I'm kind of in a position of authority in this case, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I know more about it than you do.
Than I do. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I thought this would be kind of an interesting show because, like, I'm coming to this movie as a person that hasn't seen any of the source material, to tell the truth. So me coming in there as a complete novice, as opposed to you who've had more history with the manga and the anime and all that stuff, I thought it'd be kind of interesting, you know. But hey, I have a small favor to ask. Hey, listen, folks, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe, baby. Hit that like and subscribe.
Smash that.
Yeah, you gotta smash it.
Are we allowed to swear? I don't know.
I don't know. Yes, I swear. I don't care.
Okay,
we're not
smash
making
that
any
motherfucking like button.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not making any money off this. I'm not making any money off this. So, oh, can you write something in the chat real fast? I got to make you a moderator.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I forgot. And
Hello.
Special what's up to we got Marsh Kafifi, Marshmallow King Marshmallow Kafifi in the chat. He's been away on assignment doing stuff. I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully they'll come back to the show for all you Marsh fans out there. So yeah, all right, set. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, I'm gonna hit play, and we're just gonna.
Oh, I forgot. I actually cosplayed as Light on Halloween once.
Really?
There we go. Yeah. There is a photo of me as Light.
All right, you're gonna have to produce.
Coincidence. I also had ginger hair. So.
Yeah, you know, this ginger has a quarter of a soul, half of a soul. So look, we're in rare company, folks. This ginger has more more souls than most. More souls than most. Okay, yeah. So let's get into it. So what did you think about this?
Wow. That's the golden question there. What did I think? I thought that this film was absolutely terrible. This was
okay.
Such a bad film.
Really?
While I was watching it, there's so many I guess plot holes. It's just like, why would you do that? I kind of wanted to make a CinemaSins video after I watched that. There was a lot of rage.
A lot of rage.
And I feel, though, to be fair, I feel like a lot of that comes from the fact that I know what Death Note is supposed to be. I know what it should be. I know the original
source material.
And the fact that it just did not live up to that. It was kind of a poor version of that. What did you think, coming from a blank slate?
Yes, good question. It was weird. Unfortunately, I wasn't totally tainted because I knew it was going to be controversial from the beginning. Because seeing how like the reactions to everybody was like, man, like fuck this video, you know, like this movie. But at the same time, I had kind of an open mind. Like it might be some just fandom that's just kind of like taking over, and people are just giving a lot of what is it? A lot of hate. But that being said, this movie was kind of dumb. It was kind of dumb, but it was not in a bad way. I did like parts of it. I actually did like parts because I liked the concept. I liked at first L. I thought L was kind of dumb, not because he was black, but I just thought the acting was bad.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, L is dumb because he's black. I'm like, whoa.
But I know that was like people were like, you know, they didn't do it, but this acting was really bad at the beginning. Then it got better in the middle, and then went back to shit later on in the thing. And I was just like, they could have picked a better brother for that. I'm sorry, but
okay. Well, let's. I actually want to say, like, in terms of the acting, I don't really fault any of the actors. I thought that they actually did a pretty good job with what they had.
Agreed.
I think the main problem with this was the script. Just the script was really bad, and it didn't capture the correct. I don't know, the original intention of the story, of the original story. That didn't do a good job. I think the actors, like, with what they did, I think they actually did a pretty decent job. I don't really.
That's fair. That's fair.
The fact that they're kind of annoying and all of that. It's not their acting. I think it's the role. It's how they were written.
Yeah, there's some stuff in the script that I thought was kind of dumb. I did take some notes, but yeah, I think it was better. It wasn't bad though. I thought it was dumb, but it wasn't bad. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't make sense. Like I wasn't
kind of like it's bad that it's good way, or
no, it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like how that was shot. Then I'm like, oh God, I hate that. That was shot stupid. And then it was just like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I'm like, oh no, that's stupid. So I was just like this constant like wave of like disgust and like, oh, that's not bad. That's, you know. So
I don't think anything was wrong with the cinematography.
Some stuff, some kind of TV movie.
I think okay. You're more knowledgeable in those respects.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I was nitpicking, you know? Like, some stuff looked beautiful, and it seems like they had shots set up just for like the trailers that would look awesome, and then it would go back to TV movie bullshit. And
actually,
I was like,
I will just say I saw in the background the overuse of Dutch angles.
Yes,
that was bad.
Bad.
For those who don't know, Dutch angles, that's when you kind of tilt the camera on its side, well, to an angle, really.
Right. Which is shocking.
Overused in bad action.
In bad places.
Films.
See, yeah, like that's the thing, that it felt like there was two different DPs or two different directors like choosing some of these shots, because like some of these shots, the filmmaking wise, the camera had purpose. That's like when you're filming, you don't just Dutch angle to Dutch angle, but looks like we're about to block somebody. I'm gonna put somebody in timeout. Hold up.
No, I think he's just triggered. That's it.
Oh, he's just triggered. Okay, I was about to say like, hey,
that's not a watch my video link. That's a
okay, because you know people know me.
Bad.
Yeah, it's funny because people know I block people with the quickness. So
see, he's a real person. He said sorry.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I love you. Yeah. So yeah, it felt like two different crews were shooting this at times. So I don't know. I'm conflicted. I enjoyed myself.
My main beef is with the story, but before we dive into like the details, I just wanted to like look at some of the bigger things, like the music. I mean, I think the music was okay. There was a little bit too much like 80s synth that kind of reminded me of Stranger Things of all things.
I got issues with the music. It felt like a little bit of a Suicide Squad going on. It felt like, I don't know. I would prefer original score.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they just put in.
It wasn't as bad as Suicide Squad. Yes, there were like some recognizable songs, but yeah.
No, I feel okay. Yeah, that's right. That's fair.
It was part, like it's not the worst part of it.
It's not. It's not the worst part. It's not the worst part. So. No, you're right. I think that's me nitpicking. I think
you're allowed to nitpick, because I think there's a lot that you can nitpick with this movie.
Good point. Yeah. So, but yeah, story wise, some things didn't make sense. Like, I'm gonna look at my notes. I'll let you talk for a second. Hold on, let me pull.
Well, the other thing before we move into story, I was gonna say CG. CG was.
That's your specialty. I'm curious to see what you think about it.
Well, you're all echoey.
I'm sorry. I hit sexy voice on.
You're
I'm
in
sorry.
space.
Yeah.
So CG was actually pretty decent, but
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay. When we're talking about CG here, we're pretty much just talking about Ryuk.
Yeah,
Like
that's
his
that's pretty
character.
much it.
I mean, there's probably other CG like in some of the deaths, but like mainly
Right.
it's him because he's like pretty much fully CG.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't. Well, maybe it was just like the. I mean, they had a guy in costume on set, but I mean, the CG was good. It was good, but like I think the quality of the CG was good.
Good timing.
I didn't really like the character model.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's exactly. That's what I wanted to say. I like the character model. I wasn't a big fan of.
He doesn't look like the original.
No,
he looks a little bit different.
No, I think the live action one looked better from the clips I've seen. The Japanese live action.
The Japanese character model looks more like faithful to the original, and it looks better as a character. In terms of the animation, I mean, I haven't seen it since it came out, but I will probably assume that it's a little bit dated. That it looks. I think the actual quality of the animation and the lighting is better in this Netflix one, and it also helps that because most of the time he's pretty heavily in shadow. He's not.
Yeah.
You don't really see Ryuk in his like full, like perfectly lit. He's never in like a well lit room.
He's
like
not
in the corner or something like that.
He's not.
I will also mention that his eyes look way too obviously like two LEDs.
Yeah.
And the fact that like at the very end of the film and like the credits, you see some of the like behind the scenes, and you see like the
how they did
actor for Ryuk, and he does have two LEDs for eyes, and it's like they didn't make those LEDs like glowing orbs. They just kind of kept them as like these two red dots. And so there's this one bit where you just see his silhouette when Light and L are talking, and then you see Ryuk in the background. And it's just like the background, you see the silhouette of Ryuk, and then you just see these two LEDs. Like, you couldn't make these any better. You really just gonna keep them as just like two piddly dots.
I thought the same thing. I was like, wait a second, this looks like. Yeah, you hit the nose on the head. The character model, some of the things, it's like they could have cleaned this up a little bit better. But do you think they changed it up a little bit because this was like for like quote unquote Western audiences? I mean, I don't think
his original design is like anything inherently Japanese. I think they were just trying to go for their own version, which I feel like a lot of this movie is. It's just like their own version. Which is not inherently a bad thing. I just don't think that it was better. In terms of Ryuk's model, I think the Japanese version was better.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree. It's much more superior. So the character model, it was good. What do you think of William Dafoe's performance as Ryuk?
Willem Dafoe, not William.
Oh, sorry. Look, I'm doing a lot of things here, man. There's a lot of buttons to press.
I thought he did well. I mean, there wasn't a lot of it, but like in terms of his performance of the character and like the voice, I thought that was good. Like, also the fact that he basically just looks like Ryuk in real life.
Yeah.
So,
that's so true. He does look like it.
I thought his performance was good. I didn't agree with the script's portrayal of him. Like, I think once again the problems with his character was the script, rather than his actual performance. With what he had, I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, I agree.
In the chat, how much do you all know of original Death Note? So
me, we kind of hit this earlier.
Just recap. Tony knows nothing.
I know nothing.
I know a fair amount, though. I have not finished reading the original manga. I'm still halfway through, but
no problem. Hey, look, that was my dark secret. My dark secret, but I think William Dafoe's I think his performance was pretty good. I liked it.
It's a good part of it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
like this film is not all trash.
It's not all trash. That's why
there are good things to it. Just unfortunately, it being a Death Note, film, there's just a lot that went wrong. Had
Right.
it been its own, have it been its own like standalone film?
What do you think?
Maybe. I think there still would have been problems. It wouldn't be as bad.
Do you think like if they had a like made a whole series out of it, like a longer form
So yeah, this
series?
this is what I wanted to talk about. Like,
Oh, very
Death
nice.
Note, like we're gonna start deep diving a little bit, but
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
what is Death Note? I actually want to ask you this question, seeing as though you don't know that much. What is to you?
I
What
don't know
is
shit.
Death Note? If you had to summarize what Death Note is, what is Death Note?
Okay. So from I would say Death Note is something that was, I don't know, some book given by a bunch of all right, a death god or whatever has this book. Maybe he's doing the work for the devil or something like that. Basically, he just wants to see people die. He's kind of like a Grim Reaper kind of thing, right? He gets pleasure from this, from what I feel. Like, he just wants to put humans in crazy situations, and kind of that's where he's getting off. But anyway, so they have this death book, gets a little bit of a Final Destination on it. People die. He gets a kick out of it because he might be just bored. He's just checking out humans.
Are you talking about Ryuk here?
Yes.
Okay.
And seeing all this crazy stuff going on. So he just seems like an agent of like chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think it's this artifact that might have been going, like from the clips I've seen, like it's been going on for hundreds or thousands of years. Who knows? Because they showed like some like wood-brought prints of Ryuk. So it seems like this has been going on for a long time. So I don't know the exact history, but this is something that's going on and will continue to go on. So it's like one of those not parables. What is it? It's just something that's always going to be going on through time. So it could lead into different stories and stuff like that. Whoever holds the Death Note, we just happen to be following the story of Light and what's her face, homegirl.
This is about Mia.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's my idea.
That is not what Death Note is.
What?
Okay.
What?
Death Note, if you really distill it down to its core, Death Note, I mean, what I was expecting from you is like Death Note is a book and you write people's names in it and they die.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess that's but like the core idea of Death Note, that is like the original, I guess, idea. But like on top of that, what the anime and what the manga did is they created these characters that are quintessential to this Death Note story. Because if you just have this notebook and you write someone's name in it and they die, it could just be about any normal person who gets it and writes it, but they're not that intelligent, and so whatever, they get caught, or and it's not that interesting.
Right.
And I think that's a little bit what happened here, because what makes the original Japanese, the manga version, so interesting is this cat and mouse game between L and Light. And the fact that these two people are so intelligent that it's this battle of wits between these two really intelligent people that also happens to involve this Death Note. So it opens up the possibilities of what they can kind of do.
I didn't know that.
That is what is interesting about Death Note, is these two characters, and then using this kind of, yes, it has a supernatural element to it, but it is essentially, it's just a cat and mouse game. But the rules are slightly changed. But it's about two really intelligent people.
It's not about the book, really. It's about the cat and
mouse.
Okay. Now, saying that kind of makes sense. I could see why people would be upset, because that's not what this was. They had elements of it. Like the last scene in this film, like when you saw how he wrote everything out, I thought that was kind of interesting. I was like, more of that.
More in the kin of Death Note, but that was too little, too late.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I think that's what kind of turned this kind of around for me, because like when I saw the ending like that, I was like, whoa. If that's what Death Note is, give me more of that. Because that's awesome.
Exactly. In the manga and in the anime, there's so much more of that.
Okay.
There is so much more of that, like and also in the chat, Death Note is about morality. It is. It's about two people, and they kind of touch on it in this film.
They kind of.
The father and the son, so Light and his dad, being like, what is morally right? And like for L, he believes that all criminals should. Light believes that all criminals should die, and then L believes in I guess the letter of the law, and so does his father, and the police. That is more of a central conflict in the manga. I mean, well, I guess it starts off like that, and then it kind of turns into this cat and mouse. But that's the core conflict between the two of them. And Ryuk, while he is kind of important, he's not he's not the main focus,
right?
And part of what this Netflix series, the film did, was that at the beginning, I think I don't know if they were going for a misdirect or something, but I thought the character of Ryuk wasn't handled well.
Gotcha.
There's a bit like when Light says, "What happens if I write your name in it?" And he's like, "Oh, well, no one's ever gotten past 2 letters." And so I thought, okay, are they going to take this in a different direction? And he's going to try and kill Ryuk at the end? But then nothing really happens.
Nothing really happens.
Ryuk's like in the background, like just like laughing and like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I have a question. Like in the books, did because he kind of L kind of jokes like, "Hey, I'm gonna write your name in the book," and he was like, "Hey, people only got 2 of my letters off my name in the first part." In the past, was that a thing in the books or? No?
Out of
you know what I'm
talking.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. Because
the
character of Ryuk in the manga, he's bored. He's a death god.
And
okay. So bored. And
I hit on that, then.
He's not trying to. He doesn't have some ulterior motive. He's just so bored, so he just decides to stir shit up.
Okay.
So he has 2 death notes, and he just drops one of them.
He has 2?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. What?
He has his own, and then like this other death note, I think he got it from a different death god or something.
Well, there's more than one death. Oh, there's more than one death god. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So he's from this death god world. I mean, the manga like opens with the death god world, and it's this barren landscape, and all they do is they just gamble, and life is really boring. And so to spice it up, Ryuk goes to the human world and drops a death note.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that seems to be a current recurring thread with demons and stuff like that. They're bored in their world, and then they come to ours to just basically fuck things up. So
he's not like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like give it off to another person in 7 days or whatever. Like, there's none of that. It's just like he drops it. Light just so happens to pick it up. He just so happens to be this incredibly intelligent person, and that exceeds Ryuk's expectation. Ryuk was just like looking for like a quick okay, let's see what happens.
Let's have some fun.
He doesn't realize this whole like Kira thing is going to happen, and then so in the manga there's like another death god, so another Kira appears. And you find out that that's Misa, so this girl who is obsessed with the original Kira, and she finds out that's Light, and she loves him a lot. And so that Misa character, I think, is where Mia came from.
Oh, so the Mia wasn't originally in the
but her character's completely different.
Wow. So
completely different.
I can understand why people are upset, because from what you're saying right now, one, you don't get all that cool kind of back and forth like we were talking about in the beginning with like they had at the end. It seems like the characters are totally different. Hell, there's only one death god, but I get it because look, they squished this into a movie as to making it into a long series. That's a shame.
So I think one of the main problems with this film is that they were trying to compress Death Note into a film, like a feature-length film. And that is really hard. Is it possible? Maybe, I don't know. It's very hard to compress all of what happens in the manga and in the anime and the series into a 1.5 hour film.
Agreed.
That's the hard thing, and I don't. It's hard. It's hard. Like that's 100% true. That is hard. That being said, I still think that they kind of dropped the ball on a few.
Kind of dropped the ball.
But,
fair enough.
Had they had the option of making like a TV series out of this, they probably would have been able to tackle some of these issues and made it a lot more interesting.
So I have a question for you then. Like, I don't know if this is kind of jumping the gun and kind of skipping ahead, but like if you were to do it over again, like how would you do it different? Like if you had to put all of this into a like an hour, like yeah, you had to make it into like a movie format. Like what kind of changes would you do instead?
One of two things. Either I would try to follow the original pretty closely. Obviously, shrink things down to a film size, but keep a lot of the original there, or have it completely different, kind of like this is a continuation, like there's another Death Note or whatever. Not have L and Light. L and Light, a really important part of their character is they're intelligent. Which in this film it's said that they're intelligent, but it's never really shown. Like this film failed at portraying Light and L. Okay. They really should have changed the names, and maybe people would have been slightly less angry. But in the same way, it's also their relationship and the fact that they're like one person is chasing the other. So even if you change their names, it would have been obvious that it's Light and L. Okay. So this film just portrayed a stupid version of Light and L.
That's so mean. But I get you.
True.
I get you.
It's true though. Like, okay, let's look at some examples. Actually, sorry. Before I do that, this is actually said by a friend. Like, the deaths in the Netflix Death Note, these were all like Final Destination deaths.
So they're not like that in the manga, or no?
It's all like, okay, he's gonna die like this, like random way, like the first one, decapitation, and then you see this.
That was so gross. That was so gross.
Where, like this woman like drops a
soup can,
and this guy with a basketball slips on it, and the basketball goes onto the road. And car swerves and all this shit, and then like, oh, and he gets decapitated.
It's not like that. I didn't mind that.
That's not what Death Note is about.
Really?
It's not about like, look at how these people can die. It's about using, okay, he can kill people, and you can kind of control their actions. But for him, it's always been about like purifying the world, and it's never been about like how cool of a way can we kill people.
I think that's mainly for the movies, though. I think that's for the movies, though. I think they made that kind of that functionality more for the movies. That okay, it's gonna get a little bit of Final Destination, because like I said, that's Western audience appeal. I think that's what they're trying to do there.
But it like, removes this big part of so in the original manga, it's like if you don't write a way that they die, they just die of a heart attack within 40 seconds. Sorry,
I didn't know that.
40 seconds. If you don't write a cause of death, they die of a heart attack.
I see. I didn't know.
So at first, he just writes names, and so all these people start dying of heart attacks. And then so many of these happen that then like the authorities think
everyone's eating too much cheese. Too much cheese in everyone's diet.
Is someone actually doing this?
Okay.
Because it's like all over the world, all these people are dying from heart attack.
Right.
And then later on, he starts using the like these ways that they die, but he only really does that as part of a plan. Like so like the FBI starts chasing him, and so Light actually does kill the FBI agents in the original.
Oh, okay, not Mia.
But it's part of a plan, and he gets them, but he manages to control them before their death. And so like whenever he wants people not to realize that, like whenever people are like closing in on him, he kind of uses those like controlling people before they die. To kill them, not from just normal heart attacks.
So, okay, I have a question. Do you think that this is a situation where they, all right, like obviously people that love Death Note, they know a lot about it, so they would probably steer people in a different direction, would they not? Or do you think they didn't have enough people that were really, big time Death Note, not fans, but like consultation?
It's not a good enough understanding of what made Death Note good in the first place. It's I mean, like, do you think this is it's like
corporate reason?
Deep portrayal of Death Note, because I feel like there's a little bit more understanding. They tried to do Light, they tried to do L. It wasn't just like this is a Death Note, but it definitely didn't hit a lot of the key points of the manga. Like you can. you can tell a different story of Death Note with the same characters. Like the Japanese films did it. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But for the most part, it was way more faithful than this was. All right. They changed the ending, and the ending was like kind of interesting. I think spoilers, but
I kind of liked it.
The Japanese one?
No, the
two Japanese
one.
films. So at the end of that,
it's
this cat and mouse thing between L and Light, and the whole point is that Light is trying to find out L's name. That is his ultimate goal,
right?
Because once L is out of the way, he can just
he can go,
everyone. So it's this whole cat and mouse game of L trying to find out, Light trying to find out L's name, and L convinced that Light is Kira, but trying to prove.
Then it becomes a giant chess match.
I think in the manga, what happens is that Light manages to find out L's name and kill him, and then eventually L is killed by Light's proteges.
Oh, really?
But in the Japanese film, Light manages to find out L's name and writes it down, but L managed to subvert that by writing down his own name in the Death Note first, and giving him the maximum amount of time possible with the Death Note to die.
Oh, this is totally different, dude. This is so different.
So even though that Light kind of won by finding it out, he actually didn't, because L was one step ahead of him, even though he knows that he kills himself.
Oh my god.
This is totally different. There's a third spin-off film all about L.
A third one?
In the Japanese one, yeah. There's a spin-off film just about L, because he already knows that he's gonna die, so I think he just goes and tries to make the world a better place before he dies.
Okay.
And sorry, I got it wrong because I haven't got there yet. Don't spoil it. I kind of knows what happens, but I also don't know the super details because I'm still reading the manga. I know that L dies. I know that L dies because Light basically L dies because Light outmaneuvers him. In the manga. Right. In the film, L dies because he outmaneuvers Light.
It's totally different. That's totally different.
He captures Light. In this film, I think they're kind of setting up a sequel.
No, after this, you think they'll do it?
But the ending doesn't it was like, what's the ending? The ending of this was weird.
I thought that he wrote his name. I thought he was going to write his name, but
he's kind of going to write his name. But then there's it was weird. Like I liked the fact that L kind of was faced with this moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Of should I write it down or not?
I like that. I like that.
Kind of. I don't think there was enough of a build-up of L showing him how against this he is.
Well, they
how
try to
morally against it he is.
Well, it looked like they're trying to show him he's becoming unhinged, but that's why I think bad acting comes in place. Like, they could have done that a little bit more. I don't know. Like, you can show. I thought what they were trying to go with that was trying to show L. He's getting unhinged, for being more cool and reserved to quirky, but he had his stuff together a little bit more, but towards the end he was just he's driving all crazy, blasting stuff, so they're showing him losing his cool because his spirit, not his spirit guide, his guide, his friend is Watari is gone, so it just kind of messed him up. So when I got to the end, it's he would probably write his name because
so this is a person, someone who doesn't know Death Note would think that
exactly
the real L wouldn't do that. He would never lose his cool. He would never get emotional and all basically pissy.
Right, and that tells me that they failed big time on this. Because I'm coming at this as a layman, right? And if what you're saying is true, that tells me that they missed the mark here. That's not because that's what I'm getting from this.
Are two super cool, calculated people. If anything, Light can get a little bit emotional. There's a few times that he does slip up, and that's due to anger or something. It's this gut emotional reaction that he sometimes does, which for example at the beginning, the way that L finds out that Kira is a real person is that he kind of has this trap set up, and Light doesn't see through that trap, and he just immediately kills this guy, and then because of that, L realizes this is a real person. And,
right.
But neither of them the kind of the first scene in the Netflix film where Light sees Yuk for the first time and he's like screaming like a girl. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Manga L, like Japanese, manga Light, Japanese Light would never do that.
He'd never do that. Okay, that makes sense. I thought that was kind of funny though. I thought there's some funny stuff.
But like he would never do that.
Yeah.
The whole like the bit where after Watari dies and L is just like super pissy and all that.
Right.
The Japanese L would never do that.
Gotcha. So
also, I'm pretty sure in the manga, Watari is not his real name.
Oh, really? It's different?
Yeah, Watari, it's like a fake name.
And
so when that happened in the film, where it's like, I'll just write down Watari's name and you'll get this information for L. It's like, it's not that easy.
But they had to wrap it up because of time and whatnot. I see where you're going.
And
oh man,
it's just a poor man's version
of Death Note.
Yeah,
that's
too many
funny.
rules. There are rules, yes,
yeah,
for the Death Note, but in the film there's like 90 some rules or whatever.
What? 90 something rules? That's crazy.
Well, yeah, in the Netflix one, isn't there?
Yeah.
But in the original one, there's literally just like one page of rules. I think there are like 3 rules written down, and then like after using it, you find out there are slightly more rules.
But yeah, I thought that
this whole like burning the page thing, like I maybe haven't got that far, but like that kind of doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you can only burn one name, and like this seems really stupid.
Yeah, like I didn't realize, like when you asked me, for example, when you asked me what I thought Death Note was, like I didn't know that there'd be all these rules and stuff like that too. I thought it was like you just write a name in the book, and then some dude dies. I thought that was the extent of the Death Note. But like learning about all these different rules and contingencies kind of opened it up for me. I was like, oh, this can go so many different ways. I saw the potentials of weird, cool, interesting loopholes, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to watch this. Like,
but you don't need 90 rules to get, like, from a filmmaker's perspective, you do not need to have 90 rules to open the audience to the fact that, okay, there's going to be a lot of, like, cool, different, different possibilities and loopholes and all that. Like, there are kind of, the manga does explore that in the original, like, okay, this is rule, so like what happens if this happens and stuff like that, and but not 90.
Okay, I feel you. Well, shoot, we've covered quite a bit. We've been talking about like 40 minutes, man.
There's so much more.
Yeah, so
much more. Okay,
is there some more topics that you'd like to talk about within? Yeah, let's go.
The whitewashing.
That's right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wanted to kind of get into this.
Views on this?
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of blackwashing too. Heyo.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. This was in some of my notes. There's some fake ass Japan scenes here. I was like, this is not Japan.
Totally fake Japan.
Yeah, and like when Elle was like speaking Japanese in the beginning, I was like, ooh, this is rough. But
looks like, have you seen the photos from the Avengers 4 set?
Oh no! They're in Japan. It's the same.
It's like this. It looks like Showa era Japan.
Who? I just want to know who.
I don't know.
Who are they consulting? Because
it's a Westerner's idea
of Japan is. That stuff is my biggest pet peeve recently. I can't stand looking at like. Yeah. Oh, we're in Japan now. It's like, no, this is not
Look
Japan.
How crazy Harajuku fashion. Like, Harajuku fashion is dead.
It's dead.
No one does that anymore.
It's dead. Like, it's so dead. Oh. Yeah, that's right, because you've been working with, well, we'll say that later. But yeah. So you know, like, I know. Yeah, it's dead, unfortunately. They basically, that's a whole nother story. I have strong feelings about that, the death of a good subculture here, but... Anywho, yeah, there's some fake ass Japan here and some badass whitewashing. Yes.
A lot of people were like kind of pissy, like.
I was okay with it.
Yeah, I was okay with it.
Yeah, that's so funny.
A lot of people were angry that like L's black. It's like, no, it
was fine. I was just mad that he was a bad actor for most of it. That's my problem. Like, if you're gonna represent, you better do some Denzel shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like some like this is like third tier like celeb kind of. I didn't like
actors. Like, he's pretty good.
Nah.
He's the guy in Get Out.
No,
Not
that's
the
a
main
different guy.
character. Not the main character, but the one.
Oh, one of the guys.
Yeah, the
I
one
don't
who
know.
says "get out."
Yeah, I didn't like him. Okay, look, I shouldn't say I didn't like him.
I don't think he was a good
Yeah,
elf.
he might be a good actor. His
I
bad
had no
posture
problems
threw
with
me
Elle
off.
being black. I had no problems with
That's okay with
Light
me.
being white.
Yeah.
Hearing Light Turner kind of was like, okay.
Yeah. No. I was okay with it. Okay, look, I'm being overly harsh, on Elle. It's just the bad posture. The bad posture just no, I'm joking. That's how he was, I'm sure, in the manga too.
That's an integral part of his character.
I know. I'm joking. No. I don't know.
Because Elle's supposed to be weird. He's supposed to be really weird.
Right. It seemed like he was trying to be weird. It was like he was trying too hard. Like, you could be weird, but
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit better. But that's not his fault. That's just me being an asshole. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Elle. Elle, look at me. Elle. I'm sorry. Elle. I'm sorry. But yeah, he was fine, I guess. But his acting was too inconsistent for me, and it's the kind of acting I don't like. Especially when they're speaking languages that they don't know. And
he was
better than most.
He was borderline like autistic, I felt. The portrayal of him was kind of like Asperger's.
A little bit.
Whereas I feel like in the original, he's like, yes, he's weird, but it's all because he's that intelligent.
Cool. I feel you, man. Well, shoot. Hey, dude. I think we covered a lot of good points. Like, is there anything in the chat? It looks like we just got Miyake in the chat right now. But
yeah.
It's okay. We scared everybody. We scared everybody off. So it's okay.
But so many more like quick things. Like at the end when they fall off the Ferris wheel, like they're literally like he's holding on to Mia and she falls into a bunch of flowers on the pier, and he falls into the water.
Yeah,
you were right above each other.
Yeah, wait a second.
Fall onto ground and one of you fall into the water quite far away from the edge. It's not like he fell into shallow water.
Yeah, what the hell? What? Good point. What's up with that? That doesn't make sense. Damn it! Why'd you tell me this? Now I'm pissed.
And then I guess kind of made sense when they were like, oh, but I wrote it in the Death Note and that I would fall in the water. It's like, but it didn't. You didn't show that.
Yeah.
I also think Mia's character, or I guess because she was supposed to be Misa, she was just annoying.
She was annoying. Dude, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh yeah, she's turning evil big time. So
that's like, I don't know if she was supposed to be Misa, because if she was, that's completely different. Like Misa is like devoted to light.
No, I hear you. Yeah, there's some. Yeah,
and she doesn't like. I mean, she acts a little bit like
she looks.
Whatever she does, she tries to do it for the better of for light's benefit. Everything that she does.
Right. Well.
And in this one, it's just like she's kind of a manipulative bitch, and there's like a mini twist where she hid the page or whatever. But when that I didn't care.
Yeah, like it was too obvious that she was turning on him. You know what I mean? From the beginning.
But even then, it's like it kind of caught me off guard. But it's like, but I didn't care.
Yeah,
I didn't care about her.
No, I didn't care about her. I just thought she was like
even before she okay, so you have like Light kind of creepily watching her doing cheerleading. Even the
that trope needs to stop.
The goddamn beginning, like she's doing cheerleading. That trope
needs to stop.
In that pose, and then she comes down. She's immediately smoking a cigarette. It's like, where the hell did that cigarette come from? You just smoke. You were mid practice.
It was in her tutu.
From your practice, and you with a cigarette in your mouth. Like, when did you have time to light that cigarette?
She got mad skills. You don't know where she's hiding those cigarettes, man.
Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
But and she's like shown to obviously have a boyfriend, but then as soon as like she sees that Light has this death book, she's like, oh, I love you.
That was in my notes. I wanted to ask you about too. Like, their relationship was super forced. It seemed like
it was too forced. If anything, it made her kind of seem a little bit like a slut, and So it didn't sell the fact that she was devoted to light.
But wait. I'm okay with sluts. They're more than welcome.
Yeah, but like, but the way that she's set up, it's like
I'm joking.
It's kind of it had no impact when she stabbed him in the back, basically, because you've kind of already seen she has a boyfriend at the beginning, and then she's now dating Light, and it's like, okay,
dude, that honestly is a serious life lesson for you kids out there dating. If she's willing to leave her man for you that fast, look, you ain't nothing special. That's a warning sign.
Even if you have a notebook that can kill people,
I know, right?
You ain't gonna. But yeah, okay. In the comments, once again, Light only used it. Yeah, Light didn't actually love her. He just used her.
Okay.
And the fact that she was willing to do so many things
for him. Okay.
But he used her to find out who Elle was. Because also in the manga, it goes into that she has the eyes, the special eyes. You can do this trade where, because the way that the death gods, the Shinigami, the way that they find out what people's names are, is that they can see the names and their life expectancy, because that's how they live. By writing down people's names, it kills them, and the
life
death
force
gods
or whatever
get the remaining life.
What?
So they have like thousands and thousands of years or whatever. So that's why
they do this.
And the death note exists.
Whoa! Hold up.
They're able to give humans these eyes.
Okay.
In exchange for half of their remaining life. And
wow.
So Duke offers this to Light, and Light refuses, saying that he wants to make a utopia, so he needs to live as long as possible. But Misa, with her death god, who's called Rem, she makes the exchange, and so she has the eyes, so she can. So part of the manga is like, if she sees Elle, she can find out his real name and then write it down.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, okay. Like, you just kind of blew my mind right there. I totally didn't. I totally didn't.
Yeah. So that's a whole aspect that they didn't
see that
put in the Netflix one.
Yeah, I can see why they cut it.
I can
but
kind of get, because it's like
that's super
another level of supernatural.
Right. No, I feel you. Oh, jeez.
But that is like an integral part of, and it does also kind of explain a little bit about the death god as well, like how.
Yeah.
The manga does a very good job at explaining things. Which I think pretty much all of the films don't. I mean, because they don't have the luxury of the time.
They don't have the time
to go into it.
Yeah, because like I could see how people would complain if they added things like that. Then they'd be like, "Oh man, there's just too much fat. They should have cut it short." They always say that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So
yeah,
I get you.
There probably still is a way. I think there does exist. Like, even the Japanese original one, it's not perfect. I didn't like the guy who played Light. He's annoying. Fujiwara Tatsuya. He's basically the guy who just screams the whole time. He's like, ah! he's just well known for, like, I don't think he's a good actor. I don't think he looks like Light. I thought the guy who played Elle was pretty good.
But you know the reason why that happened, though, right? It's all yacked up, man. They choose
to sell tickets because
need some Johnnies up in there. So don't get me started. That
we'll have to. Luckily, he's not Johnny's, but like.
He's not. Oh, okay.
No, he's not.
Well,
I don't like him. I don't think
the pool of Japanese actors here, unfortunately, folks, it's not the best. That's all.
That is a whole topic that I can. Bitch about for a long time.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm looking forward to our discussions about Japanese cinema.
Yes.
So that's one thing we have over the other people. So
the other thing is, once again, in the background, the fucking apples, man. Okay, so in the manga,
what's up with that? Okay,
the death gods, they like apple. That's okay. So Duke kind of eats apples. That's kind of why apples are a big part of Death Note. But
I was curious.
They have the most like shitty looking American apple desk. It looks so bad. For those who don't know, who've never been to Japan, Japanese apples, like the Fuji
don't look like that.
Apples, they're completely different. They're a lot bigger.
Totally different.
They're way sweeter.
Yes.
Like, whereas in the West, you'd go out and you'd eat an apple on the street or whatever. It's like part of your packed lunch or something. Like in Japan, no one eats a Fuji apple. Like no one eats it like to the core. You kind of cut it up.
You cut it up. It's a different
peel
style.
Cut it up and you eat it, and that's basically what apples are in Japan.
It's like grapes. No one just pops in grapes like they do in the States.
Like,
you know, they peel it.
They're like even Japanese grapes are different. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're delicious.
They are.
Oh my god, they're so good.
But then you just see this like really shitty, like not golden delicious, whatever the red version of that is.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, that
it's a Macintosh. I think it's a Macintosh.
Does not taste good.
Oh, it does taste good. You're not used to it though.
Not the same as Japanese apple.
It's not the same. Yeah, no. I do love Japanese apples.
This shitty American apple. That is just like.
Oh, hold up. Hold on. I gotta represent the U.S. here. I do like our apples. You damn limey bastard.
There are some good apples, but like.
Shitting on our apples.
Especially not at fucking school, man.
I'm gonna get you some tea. And how about your tea apples over there?
Apple
and your scurvy.
Have you ever eaten a good apple?
Yes.
I've
had plenty of delicious American apples. Oh, say, can you see? I'm the dancer. No. I've had delicious apples. Look, you don't know about this vitamin C action we got in Texas, baby, because we got fruits for days. For days, delicious fruits, man.
Delicious fruits.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I broke your character. Hold on, let me go. Hold on. Sorry. I love our fruit.
I'm paralyzed in fear.
You're paralyzed in fear. I'll fix it up. You coming back? Look, honestly, I have to say, I'm kind of addicted to apples really bad. So, no, Japanese apples, I'll say this straight up, they're fucking delicious, dude. I love them. I love them. I didn't know that they would be this good. And, you know, the produce here is amazing, but so expensive. So expensive. It's not.
And they have to look perfect.
And they have to look perfect. And I don't know about that melon business, that freaking $100 melon thing. That's some old bullshit, if you ask me. Yeah. Okay, we're age gated. Officially, we're age gated. But yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, let's get back.
I apologize. I apologize, sir. I apologize. So we started talking about apples. I lost my shit. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. No, but look, we talked for about an hour. Look, we gotta save some stuff for other shows, man.
But there's so much more that I can bitch about.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
They, Ryuk at the beginning, he's like, "Who's Ryuk?" And there's this whole little bit about the pronunciation of Ryuk. I'm not sure if there was like a big community of English speakers who would pronounce Ryuk as Ryuk. If anything, I know that Street Fighter,
yes,
I was pronounce Ryu as Ryu.
Ryu, yeah, I was about to say. I think it's a Ryu situation.
Okay, so for you kind viewers who don't know, there was a Street Fighter adaptation, a web series adaptation, about 3 years ago that I actually worked on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And in that, obviously, there's Ryu appeared, but this was like an English language adaptation with some Japanese in it, but it was English language. And when I came on board, I put my foot down. It's like, you need to include, as part of the script, an explanation for why some people call him Ryu and Ryu. Because there was a scene when young Ken and young Ryu meet, and I wanted Ken to mispronounce his name as Ryu.
Oh.
And then young Ryu to be like, no, it's Ryu.
No. Yeah.
To kind of tell the West, because a lot of people, they didn't realize that it was Ryu. So if they heard Ryu, it's like, who's Ryu? Why isn't he called Ryu? So I wanted to kind of, in the script, basically tell people, you've been pronouncing his name wrong
for decades, for literally decades.
And the weird thing is, like, what's that other game? Ninja Gaiden. Where the main character's called Hayabusa. People pronounce it as Ryu. They don't pronounce it as Ryu Hayabusa. It's like, well, okay, maybe some people do, but they pronounce it as Ryu.
No, they say Ryu.
But with Street Fighter, it's Ryu, and so like, no, we must change. So was there a similar thing? Ryuk being called Ryuk?
That is a good question.
I don't know, because it was part of the script, and it kind of seemed like it was like an intentional nod of like, that's not how you pronounce it. This is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's funny. Yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, Japanese people do mispronounce English names too.
Which is kind of funny. This is the worst pronunciation country in the world.
If I know how to correctly pronounce something, I will correct people.
Right, dude.
Unless it's being like anal.
Yeah, dude. I have a question for you. Like, I used to be all like, upset at French people like, you're not speaking the phrase wrong. You're speaking it wrong, you know. But now being here in Japan and hearing people butcher the English language, I'm like, holy crap, people. I kind of understand. I understand the French a little bit more now. It's pretty bad here.
It's just like, if you're capable of pronouncing it correctly,
do it the right way.
Pronounce it correctly.
But people know the right way, and they choose not to here. It doesn't make sense. But
and okay, in the comments we have Mr. Brown being brown. Well, that's a limitation of the Japanese language.
Yeah,
that's because Japan is not a flexible language at all. Saying non-Japanese words. So the closest that you can get is brown. I'm pretty sure if you ask a Japanese person to say brown,
they're gonna say brown.
They will kind of be able to say it. But in this case, like,
I don't know.
the Ryu versus Ryu, or the Ryuk versus Ryuk, like English people can say Ryuk. It's not impossible. It's part of the English language. The English language is flexible enough that those sounds exist. People can say it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That is another good topic for us in the future about Japanese pronunciation of stuff. But that's more of a Sesame show, to tell the truth. So
okay. Another point. So
yes,
you know, okay, well, flashback, I guess 10 years ago, and there was a really good TV show called Heroes.
Oh, that's in my notes too. They put look. There's like 3 Japanese people apparently in Hollywood. They put that fool in there. I was like,
no. They didn't put him in there. He is one of the producers. He was He was one of the driving force. So he, in this case, is Hiro Nakamura, the Japanese character from Heroes, who's basically like the only Japanese actor in Hollywood who can speak English.
And Japanese,
perfect English. Well, in this case, American accent.
Right.
He had a tiny role in the film. He was like the Japanese detective in the one scene
in the fake ass Japan scene
in quote unquote Japan. And so, but he was one of the producers. I think he's been trying to adapt Death Note for a long time. I remember several years ago, I was because I heard that there was going to be a Hollywood Death Note thing, and so I looked up, and I think it was on Wikipedia or something, but it was like he was like spearheading the project. So I think he's a very integral part of he's trying to bring Japanese media to Hollywood. But he's trying to do like Hollywood versions. So I think a lot of
should be with him. That is a good observation, sir.
Masioka.
Yeah. All right. So. All right, folks, so send all your hate mail to Masioka at P.O. Box, whatever.
To be fair, though, I think it was more like he really wanted there to be like an adaptation of Death Note
I think so too.
To reach as many people as possible, and then along the line, just Hollywood warped this into what it is.
But you know how the industry is, though.
That he didn't look at this and be like, yes, this is a good adaptation of Death Note.
No, but you know how the industry is, man. Like, it's usually how it kind of goes. It's like, if they know somebody that's kind of been vetted and they go, listen, they stay in-house. They stick with people they know. And so if somebody in the industry is pushing for it, then he's automatically going to be the lead. Like, I did stuff with, like, My Little Pony and all this stuff, but they... But yeah, check this out. But like their Japanese lead on it, there's nothing about Japan, like nothing about it. But they just know they happen to come to Japan a lot. You know what I mean? But they were spearheading this whole Japan push, you know. And I'm like, this person doesn't even speak Japanese. What are you talking about? And then they're Japanese expert, you know what I mean, for consultation. So it's funny. I'd be like in a meeting, like I'm sitting with all these Hasbro people. And they'd look to her. And then she would look to me. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. You're supposed to. But anyway, and needless to say, My Little Pony did not do good here in Japan. But you didn't hear that from me.
But I'm looking at like some like the director. So Adam Wingard is the director. I don't know if you've seen any of his other things.
What has he done?
One other film that I watched called The Guest, which was really good.
Oh.
It was low budget. I think it was like $5 million, starring Dan Stevens. Is that his name? The guy who was the Beast from the latest Beauty and the Beast.
Ah, okay.
The guy who's in that X-Men TV show.
Right.
Like really good actor.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
but like that's a really good film.
Hey, people get lucky sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But then,
no, that's
this
shit
Death
talking.
Note thing was just like,
yeah. Well,
I'd like to think that it was kind of like Hollywood meddling.
It probably is. There's no way they're gonna give it to like Yoshi from Heroes, and then not have a bunch of hands in that. There's no way.
I also checked like who wrote it, and I think it's like it's two people. I guess they're brothers, Charlie Palapanides and Vlas Palapanides, and their previous writing credits. Not that many, but the most notable among them is Immortals, which I don't know if you watched that.
Ooh, I haven't seen that, but I didn't hear good things.
Starring Henry Cavill, so Superman.
Yeah.
And it was basically like a 300 wannabe.
Right. It was like, but like the Greek stuff, right? Not Greek stuff, but yeah. But
it wasn't very good.
It wasn't very good.
It was like it was very possible.
It could have been good if they did it better, but
it's just like they don't have like a strong writing background.
No.
And they,
alas,
yeah, I don't think that this Death Note was a strong. It was a very weak screenplay compared to the original.
So that tells you, folks, writing does matter. It really does. It
does. I think most. Oh my God. Okay, this is even worse. Sorry. So. I checked out who the other writers are.
You are so triggered on this one.
I checked out who the other writers are because, for those who don't know, in Hollywood, things get rewritten multiple times by multiple different people. It is not impossible for a film to have like different writers.
Right. It's quite standard.
So there are three writers. I think the two brothers that I mentioned before, they were a team, and so there's this other writer. I don't know if he wrote it before or after. Jeremy Slater.
Jeremy Slater.
His IMDb credits include
here we go.
The Lazarus Effect, The Exorcist, not the old one, the new
I know which one you're talking about.
TV show, and of all things,
here we go.
Fantastic Four.
I thought that was what's the name?
Fantastic.
Oh God, where's the
that train wreck?
Wow. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't have to say much after that.
So, writing was not a strong point here.
Not a strong point. Not at all.
There was no proven. There was okay. The director, I think I've only seen one of his other films, but it was a good film. So I think he could have probably done something. Writers, unfortunately, didn't.
Not so good.
Yeah, I'm not sure about who the cinematographer was. I can find out what else.
Telling you, dude. People work with who they know. People work with who they know. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I hire people that I know that I can work with. No. Oh God, no. Ooh, don't get me. Oh, I hate. I'm so. Oh, dude. Okay. I got serious Dutch angle issues. Serious, because that's like a hack comic move or something, like, like I can't stand it.
So bad.
I can't stand it. I make it a point not to ever use Dutch angles.
I'm sorry. This gets you.
There's more. There's more.
The cinematographer. I searched what he did. You wouldn't believe what other things that he's worked on. Okay, he's worked on some like good things. Like, he was cinematographer in The Green Mile.
Okay. That's not bad.
He's doing The Foreigner, which hasn't come out yet, but that Jackie Chan film.
Yeah, that looked like it might be shot good though.
Yeah, but included in this is Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Whoa!
What?
For the Phantom Menace. That's not bad. That wasn't the problem.
The cinematography.
That wasn't the problem. I think that's what.
Okay, there are some shit films, but no, Speed Racer. He did director of photography for Speed Racer. Okay, so this guy's talented.
Yeah, he's pretty.
This guy's talented, definitely. But
okay, all right. Well, yeah, I was about to say, I think he might be talented. He's better than we think because look, people.
Dutch angle man. But...
Hold the phone. Oh no, I thought someone subscribed. It's for Sketchflix. My bad. Sorry. No, well, check that out. Like, look, in his favor, I'll say this: when people started watching the new prequels, is because of the looks. but the use of CG was
Yeah.
by that's George. I was about to say George Michael. George.
So capable. And I'm looking at the executive producers and just all the producers.
Yeah. Who are the producers?
Only one Japanese person, Masayoka.
There you go. Yeah, and that he doesn't really count.
let's have a look at what. I mean, but I kind of get what she's trying to like push.
Some Japanese stuff. Yeah. No,
things.
I can't hate him for that. So cheers to you, sir.
Let's see. So there's like,
cheers to you.
12 producers or whatever. Okay,
yeah,
one of them he's only done Death Note. He's doing the upcoming Aladdin.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Next one, Brendan Ferguson, the
Who's
BFG.
That? Oh, movies I didn't see.
Production manager, not producer.
Sucker Punch was bad.
There's a Okja producer. Oh, so this is like a Netflix person.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, there's a Lego Batman producer here and a Lego Ninjago producer. Lego Batman is amazing.
I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. I want to see it so bad.
But it looks
it
like
came to Japan though, right?
This Lego movie.
It came to Japan, right?
The Batman. Yeah, it was in like
for a day.
I was gonna go watch it with Joe, but we missed it.
Dude, we need to get Joe on this too.
Yeah.
Joe would be awesome for this.
Okay.
I need to buy more computers.
La La Land and the Hunger Game, the judge was involved in this. We Bought a Zoo, Independence Day Resurgence. Okay, so that's bad.
Yeah.
Someone from Edge of Tomorrow in the Terminal.
Yeah. Well, I get your point.
So there's a mixture of like good producers on here. It's just.
It's a mix. Yeah.
The script, man. It's just the script was badly written. The characters were not.
It's script, folks. It's the script, folks.
It was the script is the problem. And
all right. Yeah.
I think
but look,
there is a better version in there.
I think there is a better version. And I don't think it's a situation that it can be fixed through editing.
Do you think they're going to make a sequel?
That is what I wanted to close it on, sir. Seeing how the response has been, I don't think so.
Have you read what the director said?
What did the director say? I don't know. He
said that like if enough people watch it, he's open to the idea of doing a sequel. I don't think there should be.
I don't think there's gonna be. I think they left it open for it. I could see that.
They did. I think they're kind of because like this whole thing between L and Light is by no way resolved.
Not at all.
But I don't know if I'm interested in seeing.
Well, it could happen too because Netflix, I know a lot of people watch this, and then if they're going by the numbers, that means they're going to make another one. Like kind of why there's so many Transformer movies, even though Transformers really is good. But I do think it's possible. I mean, not possible because look, they got a lot of new series, original movies that they're trying to pick up now. Like for example, the one I'm really stoked about seeing is the Will Smith one, Light. I think it's Bright.
Bright. Bright.
I can't wait. So we got to review that.
That's original. That's like original, isn't it?
Yeah, it's original, but the concept plane,
or at least
airplane.
It's based off of something
it's like Shadowrun. It's based off of Shadowrun. That's what it looks like.
But that's the thing. It's like it's based off of something that is not very well known.
Right. True.
And I think Hollywood kind of had a boner for Japanese things. Apparently.
Yeah.
After
they always will.
Was it the Edge of Tomorrow? So Edge of Tomorrow is based off a Japanese light novel.
I could see that.
Which was then turned into a manga. Illustrated by the same guy who illustrated Death Note.
That is correct. And side note,
he did not write it. He just did a manga adaptation. Side note,
I think some of the people that made that actually live down the street from us. Where I live.
That's pretty cool. And then there was a Hollywood adaptation. But the reason that I actually really enjoyed that even film was like kind of like what didn't really do that well. I thought it was a really good film, but the reason that worked and it was different from the original is that the original was not like well known. He had a really good initial idea.
Oh, hold up! Everyone's angry that we're not talking back to them. We're not talking to a wall. Jeez,
they can improve in the
we're
sequel,
seeing the quad.
Add Nier and Mello. I thought Nier and Mello were kind of not liked.
Yeah, why do you want Nier and Mello?
A lot of people that I've talked to about Death Note said that once L was dead it was really boring. It was not really boring, but it wasn't as good as the previously. Like Nia and Mello were not as good as L, which like okay, maybe that's part of the. I guess it makes sense in part of the story because like L is kind of the mentor and they're like the proteges. But once L died, it was kind of not as interesting as it once had been.
That's always a problem.
If they do make a sequel, yes, they can improve in it, and maybe they can. Maybe if this is kind of like a origin story, and if they make these characters more intelligent, but
then
I feel like the
better.
damage has been done. Like you've already seen that L is a little bit unhinged. You can kind of get like kind of pissy, and Light is just not a clever person. He's fucking reading the Death Note in the middle of like basketball practice,
right?
Like in the open.
That I thought that was stupid. That was in my. I have that in my notes
stupid.
too. I was like, what? Okay, yeah,
and
that's
Mia
smart.
finds out that it's a Death Note so quickly,
so fast. He's like, hey, yeah, I'm killing people. By the way, in that hot. That's so hot,
like,
right? Let's make out.
In the original, like he's always in his room, and then whenever he takes it outside, it's always like hidden. Like he has a piece in his watch, and there's like this sequence of buttons that you have to push to get it to slide out of his watch, but it's all hidden. And he takes all these precautionary steps so that no one sees him do it. But in this version, it's just like he's just at school. It's like literally the first time he uses it is in detention.
Oh.
And
well, look, yeah, I'll watch the original.
I think the damage is done with these characters, and I think I would have preferred this to be a series. If it was a series, I think it would have been able to erase a lot of the problems. They wouldn't have had to cram so many. Maybe they could have added a lot more kind of like actual intelligent, borderline intelligent things, like what happened at the end. And you would have been able to really show that these characters are intelligent, rather than like in this film, the only thing that you really get to see that Light is intelligent is that he's doing other people's homework at the beginning. It's like that doesn't show that you're intelligent.
That's trope. That's some
like,
trope
okay, you're
stuff, like the cheerleader
like
stuff.
School year. But like in the manga, he was like so intelligent that his father, who works for the police, who's like one of the higher ups in the police department, like the police department asked Light for help on some cases.
Ooh,
in the Japanese manga, and that is how original. That is how intelligent he is.
I gotcha.
He is a school kid.
That happens to be like a
he's
genius.
Not shunned by other people. He's not like a nerd and gets beaten up by bullies.
But
he's
that's trope stuff.
The police.
They just need
with their with their cases. Who is popular with the girls, but is not interested at all in other people at school because he feels that it's beneath him. And that just that goes hand in hand with his like disdain for criminals and his wanting and
I'll tell you what,
thinking that he's a better person than everyone else.
Here's what's going on. I think this script was written by like a 50-year-old person. That's what I think is happening. You know what I mean? Their ideas of what's going on in high school and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And they might not have that kind of connection to the ground floor of what makes this what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. You know, like they say, like sometimes, like when dudes write strips about girls, you know what I mean, and it's totally disconnected. That's what it seems like. It feels like to me. There's this kind of disconnect.
The original one, like he's too high school in this one. There is too much high school in this one.
Gotcha. Wait, so he's like a senior before going into college, or no?
He does. Yeah, he does go to college in the manga, and that's where he meets L.
Oh.
For the for the new. Sorry, I'm not talking.
It's okay.
He sees L for the first time because L poses as like a fellow student at his college. But like even then, like his college life and his even his high school life, you rarely see it. He's like pretending to be a normal student, and then all of his killings happen while he's at home.
Yeah, you see the chat. Miyagi was like, create the ultimate Death Note live action.
If you want a good Death Note live action, made a short little video about.
Yeah, that's right.
Death Note parody.
Dude, I made one for Akasan's channel, but he hasn't edited it yet.
Oh, really?
Like last year, almost like it's been like a year. I shot this one for him, but I fear we'll never see the light of day.
But if you want to see a completed Death Note parody,
head
on over to my channel.
Oh yeah, speaking of which,
Brown Note.
The Brown Note. That's the Brown Note. Oh god, which is kind of like ironic, you know. So Brown Note. So, but yeah, dude. Look, we're gonna look when we get the magic powers of YouTube support. Oh, shit's gonna be on, folks. So that's why we need guys like you to hit
that like and subscribe, bitches. Oh yeah, hit that like and subscribe.
But yeah, man, look, I think that's good. We talked for like an hour, almost an hour and a half about this, which is I think is good. And I think I'm really happy that you're here because like you're knowledgeable about the subject matter and you have, oh man, I love how your face just kind of stuck on this crazy position. No, I'm sorry, this is making me laugh. What was I gonna say? No, I'm glad that I got you here for a couple reasons.
Thank you for having me.
No. Well, I'm gonna fix your face. That's so
the lip biting thing.
The lip biting.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm working on it. No, but I'm good. I'm glad I got you here that we can talk about these things, and I want to do more things like this. And like you know my situation. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me put the comments back up. So I would love to get you on more of these things in the future. Let's see if your face is fixed. Yeah, I think your face is fixed. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yes. It's not stopping. They got no ideas. Jeez, no. Fuck. Ugh, it's disgusting. I don't even like One Piece. And I'm like, no. Nobody wants that. You know what? No, I want it. I need shit. I need to. I need to throw some shade, dog. No. Do it. Do One Piece. Do One Piece. Please do it. Oh God. What? No. Damn. What? Oh God. It gave me demon voice. All right. Uh-oh. We lost your audio. Hold up. Oh no. I think I lost your audio. Hold up. Let me see if I can fix it. Hold up. I can hear you. Hold up. Let's see. You're not connected. One second. Did I mess something up? Hold up. Uh-oh. Can you say something for me real quick? No. Oh, man. Uh-oh. I don't know when to drop. Oh, crap. Let's see if I can fix this. No, it's not you. It's on my end, I believe. Let's see. If we can hear you now. No. 1 2 1 2. No, not. See, look. Right when we're wrapping it up, I can't believe this is not fair. Oh, come on. No. All right, I'm going to do a quick stop. I'm going to try to do a quick stop, but I'm going to start it back up real super fast. Let's see if it works. Okay. Hold the phone because I want to do a proper bye-bye, but listen, in case it doesn't happen, bye, bitches. But hold up. Let's see if it works.
Hello, 1 2.
I think. Yeah, I think you're back. Okay, yeah, we're back. I'm sorry, folks.
Okay, so what was I saying?
Yeah. So we're saying bye. Yeah, live action One Piece.
No one wants that. Live action.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. But that.
Nobody wants that.
Okay, live action One Piece came from like the One Piece 20th anniversary thing. Live action Naruto is this information has come straight from Shonen Jump. Because Only in Japan.
Yes.
He interviewed them recently. And
really? What did he say?
He was like, basically, because I work at the same company he does. They were like, do you have any questions you want to ask people at Jump? And so I asked him like, what the
fuck are they doing? What the hell are they doing?
I asked him like, what like live action films are happening or whatever, and they said that there's a Hollywood Naruto one happening, and I don't want that to happen.
Stop it. Well, it could stop. Hey, look, they stopped the Acura, so thank God. Okay. But they keep talking. And Cowboy Bebop, it could work, but no. I don't trust people. I don't trust people. Cowboy Bebop would be awesome, but I'm like, no, I don't trust them.
Up in Japan even. So there's a Full Metal Alchemist one that's happening in Japan.
That might be okay.
CG actually looks pretty good.
It's okay. It's not bad.
It is Johnny.
But I don't like the actor.
Idol.
Johnny's.
Yeah.
No idols.
Kind of looks like Ed, but like I'm.
Honestly, this is where I think some reverse.
CG is promising. CG is promising.
This is where I think some reverse whitewashing is needed.
Yeah,
it should be a white dude. It should be some German white dude.
JoJo came out. That was panned.
I didn't see that. I heard it. I
haven't seen it, but apparently it was really bad.
Okay.
They're doing a Bleach one.
What?
And that's coming out next year.
Do we get that first before the States? Because we could review that early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. But it's coming out like 2018.
Okay. All right, we'll see.
There's a lot of things planned, but
yeah. But look, hey folks, that means more of crazy yummy video action for all of you guys. So yeah, so once again I want to say thank you to the bomb arrows, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I would like to do more of these. If you're down, let me know, because I need people to talk to.
I'm
about
always
these
here
things.
to bitch about things.
I know.
I feel very strongly about film, guys. I promise I love film. There are good films.
Yeah.
And for those who are saying that there are no good live action adaptations, Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney live action film, Gyakuten Saiban in Japanese.
It's good?
That is such a good film.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. That's like the best.
Really?
Also, Terraform Mars is a bad film, but it's like
what?
But it's a B movie.
It's a good it's a B movie. It's supposed to be bad. B-movie. Yeah, it sucks. Now that everyone's out of the house, I can be loud, but we're wrapping up and I'm tired. No. Oh man, but yeah, we'll be doing more of these.
There are good live action films.
Yeah.
It's just
So
they are hard to do.
They are hard to do.
So Kenshin, number 1 is pretty good as well.
Yeah. No, so yeah, we're gonna do some
Death Note.
not yeah. It just not Death Note. just stop it. Just stop it. No, so we'll do some TV series. I would like to do one about Defenders. Do some stuff about Rick and Morty. We got a lot of different shows we can cover. But I know Game of Thrones just finished, and I'm gonna go through a really super bad withdrawal. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. But yeah, now that I got this ravioli with me, okay, I'll actually draw the bomb arrow. I'm sorry, but I'd like you as a ravioli. It's just so funny. I don't know. But and I'll have your arms move more too. So quick. So the people in the chat, it's difficult for me to talk, switch, and control my face, you greedy bastards, at the same time. So if I don't see your comments right away, I apologize that I'm not perfect. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, but we still love you.
Kisses, moi.
Yeah. So yeah, folks, we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be doing more. Yeah. So it's just the beginning.
Anytime there's a Marvel thing, or anytime there's like a Japanese anime thing.
Yeah, you just got to saw you just saw Wonder Woman. You wanted to talk about the DCU, so I want to. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. Oh, dude, me too, dude. It's a mess. It's a mess. But
even
the Jokers.
Actually, there's an issue.
You want to talk Defenders next? What do you want? You want to do Defenders next or something else?
Defenders, because Defenders recent, man.
Yeah. We gotta do recent stuff. We gotta get them views, dog. We gotta get them views. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little air horn to that. You probably can't hear it, but the people out there. And anyway, okay. I talked too much today. I'll try to truncate these shows a little bit better. I'm sorry, folks. But you have it already.
That I wanted to get off my chest.
I know, it's okay. Hey, it's our first time. I'm gonna
go make this into a easily understandable bite-sized video.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with the links. So yeah, we'll chat after the show. So listen, if you haven't already, check out the Discord. Check out Bomb Arrow's channel. Oh yeah, give you some air horn for that too, baby. Air horn.
Go watch it now.
Go watch the Brown Note, which I think is hilarious. So
it is very immature.
yeah, yes. So give us the power, folks. We will make stupid stuff like this for you in the future. We just happen to be animated cartoon characters right now, you know.
Yeah.
For the kids. All right, bitches. Love you. And bye-bye.
See ya.